What's up, people? It's time for another video, and this time we're going to be talking about coaches. Most importantly, should you use coaches? What the coaches do? Do we even need the coaches? Should I be using a coach that suits my specific play style? I'm going to be covering all of that in this video. Now, I've made this video before in the past. I did do a little video on this. It didn't do that well. Well, it did all right. I just did really badly, and I'm still getting comments on it now, and I feel like I've not updated the video, and I could do a better job of doing that video now. So we're going to go through all of that today. Now, probably one of the more important things that we should touch over straight away is really, should you be using the coaches or not? And this is down to personal preference, but there is a feeling in the community that if you want a more realistic career mode, or you're looking to have a more realistic career mode, that using the coaches is a little bit of a cheat hack. It's a little bit of a way to gain advantages that you wouldn't really have realistically in real life. So then the use of the coaches doesn't really make sense in that stance. Now, I've done a career mode with and without coaches, and I did have a little bit of a mindset last year that I preferred it way more without them, but I've been using them this year and I've actually been enjoying it. So I feel like that is all down to your personal preference, whether you want to be having the coaches used or not. But obviously, if you're watching this video, then you want to use the coaches. Now, obviously, when you're loading up your career mode, you might be coming back to the game this year. You might have skipped the last few years' games. I think this has only been around now for the third year. Could be the fourth. Don't quote me on that. Again, all of this is information that I've got from playing the game. I'm not an expert. I'm just sharing my advice. But anyway, if you've not played the game for a while and you're coming back to it, this might be completely new to you. The coaches, the whole tactical systems, all of that could be completely new to you. Now, I'm not going to touch over fully the tactical systems and stuff. Now, that's not what this video is about. I just really want to touch over the coaches and say, should you use them? How do you use them? And that's it. I want to get this one done and dusted so that I can take all the money from all the views. But anyway, when you load up into the game, you're going to have the option of choosing your tactical style, choose whatever, and then you're going to have these two different systems with the coaches. Now, let's just go over instantly. Oh, Yorkie, I'm doing a journeyman. I've only got 4 coaches. Oh, how come I've only got 8 coaches? You'll gain coaches as you progress and do better season in, season out if you start at smaller clubs. It's just the way it is. I don't officially know how much you get. I don't actually think it's anywhere. I've had a little Google and I can't find it, but I don't know how many coaches you're going to get per season, depending on what you do, but they will grow. You will get more coaches over time. Of course, if you're a smaller club, you're going to not have the facilities to have as many coaches. And if you're a bigger team, you're probably going to have a ton of coaching staff. But there is no rhyme or reason in my head how and when you should get them. I just know it's at the start of the next season, you're going to see more coaches. So before anyone comments that, that's just the way it is. That's the way they've designed it. You're going to get them. It's just going to take a minute. And obviously, if you are one of those smaller teams, you're going to have to be a lot more stripped back. I mean, if you've got 4 coaches, it's quite obvious. You pick an attacking coach, you pick a midfielder coach, you pick a defender coach, pick a goalkeeper coach, because they're the 4 different areas of coaching expertise that you can hire. So obviously, if you've only got the ability to hire 4, there's the 4 that I would hire. But anyway, we're just going to use this example as you're playing a decent-sized club. You're going to be having 8 or 12 coaches. You're going to be able to have however many coaches that you can have. I think the max might be 20, but that could be with mods, so don't misquote me. But yeah, I think the maximum is somewhere up in the 18-20 range of coaches that you can have when you are a big team. But anyway, when you're looking through the coaches, obviously they all have an expense. They all cost us money, and you're going to choose through whichever ones that you want. Now, you're going to have really 2 systems in my mindset when it comes to the coaches. You're going to have the star system, which, you know, games like this just love a star system, like the youth scouts. Like, it just fixes everything. Just use a bunch of stars, and that's going to solve. Everyone's going to know what a star means, right? But anyway, you've got 1 star to 5 star in each of the different coaching areas, that being goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, and striker. Now, obviously, 1 star is the worst, 5 star is the best. Then next to that, you're going to have, like, this shield. The shield system, I don't know. I don't really like the shield system. But anyway, the shield system, I'm just going to give you this straight off the bat. Don't follow it. It doesn't work. It's crap. I don't use it. The way that it works is that you are going to get boosts and advantages per games if you play a specific tactic. So if you were just signing loads of coaches that were gold in kick and rush, they had the gold shield, and you're playing kick and rush, you're going to get a bit of a better match day boost. For me, that's more unrealistic than the player progression of the coaches. But regardless, the crazy thing is you might change your style. And if you change your style, then you've got a bunch of gold shielded coaches that can't play the style of football that you want to play. So there you go. You just ruined it for yourself already, because if you chose them over a star rating, it just doesn't. It's just stupid. Don't do it. Because in the end, this shiny bronze shield will turn gold after a period of time, like a season or something. So it just genuinely doesn't. The shield doesn't matter. Again, it's my opinion, but the shield doesn't matter. You should care less about if you pick a coach that is like suited to your specific tactical style right now. If you're being optimal, you should just care less. But anyway, that brings us down to the star ratings and how important the star ratings actually are. And obviously, you're going to be aiming for 5-star coaches. Now, this right here is a prime example of what we are trying to do. This is my Leeds United career mode that we're doing on the channel. Now, I haven't really focused on coaches. We're slowly picking up coaches now. But let me just break this down easily for you. You're not always going to have the option for 5 stars. In fact, if we do a quick search here, I don't have a 5-star in any position. I wouldn't go anywhere below a 4-star. Now, coaches do reset every week or so. Although I would have to pick up 4-star coaches here, which isn't really the end of the world because you can fire and replace coaches as much as you want. But so I'd have to pick up 4-star here. Say I pick this guy up. I stick Fleming in here on the attack, and that's it. The coach is hired. We have a 5-star on a 4-star. But here's what the most important thing is that you are matching up. And again, it's a star system, but you are going to be matching the stars of the coaches. So say you get 5- and 4-star coaches, whatever, they will add up to a number, like the number 9 on attacking I have right now. Then what I will do is I'm trying to reach an ideal star of 28. That seems extremely high, but it is achievable if you can get a lot of coaches. Now, here's where I get really annoyed. It's the fact that your youth academy account's in this, but more on that later. But like I say, simple puzzle, match the stars. You count the stars up at the amount of stars you have. Like I have 2 4-stars here. I've got 8 achieved. I need 21 to be ideal. Now, every coach will help. But the more stars you have, once you meet this ideal quota, once you meet it, like I have already for goalkeeper, it's going to give you a much bigger boost to your player's growth. Now, growth plans, of course, are the most important thing in terms of player growth. But how do you get more optimal time out of your weeks in the player growth player plan? It's a lot of player stuff here. But basically, the way it works is when you use a plan on a player, they're going to have a certain amount of weeks until they go up in overall. They get that boost in overall and boost in stat. Or should I say attribute. Now, to cut down that time, you're just going to hire a ton of coaches, hopefully meeting the ideal target that you've been looking for, which will give you shorter times for player progression. And that is it. That's as simple as it is. You match up stars with stars, and they allow you to shorten the amount of time it takes for your players to progress. That's it. A long-winded way around it, but some people like to know exactly what it does. But that is simply it. You're going to see quicker and better player progression and player growth. We all like to see our players grow, our players improve. That's one of the reasons we play the game, is to get as much growth out of the players that we have in the team. And this is how you do it more optimally. It will also help you when changing player position, which is still the dumbest thing in this game. If someone has a secondary position and it takes them 30, 40, 50, 80 weeks to change into that position, what's the point in the system, EA? Obviously, one of the more frustrating things about this system is, you know, they've taught us, right? Match this, match that. But when you add in the youth players, it makes it near impossible for you to be able to match up the stars correctly. It just does. It just makes it extremely difficult. When you start out, you're probably going to need for attack or midfield. Say, I've got a ton of midfielders or a ton of attackers because that's what I'm filling my academy with. But when you first start the game, you might only have like 4 or 6 attackers. You don't need anywhere near as many coaches. It makes it so much easier. But yeah, it does get a lot more difficult. So do bear in mind and think about maybe how big am I going to have my academy, because it's going to impact the player growth in the team. It is just food for thought. I've never really bothered. I'm still going to fill that academy to maximum capacity full of wonder kids. But, you know, if you're trying to get maximum growth out of the starting 11, the main squad, then maybe not filling the youth academy as much is going to lead to a better advantage. But anyway, that's just how coaches work. You know, when you're a kid and it's like, oh, put the blocks in the correct hole and you've got the square in the square hole and the star in the star. Yes, stars. It's stars. It's a star system. We've been programmed to deal with this all our lives. Basically, match the stars up. Boom. Shiny green number means we get better growth. And that is it. That is as simple as I can put it. Is if you do that, your players will grow quicker. And that's a good thing. That's a positive. If you want more natural growth, don't use coaches. And if you want quicker growth, use coaches. Now, there's other systems to alter player growth, but it's not a video about that. It's just quite simply put the way the coaches work in the game. And that's it. That's me. I'm happy that we could get this video out there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it's helped you. I feel like a lot of people have been asking the question, so it was about damn time that I tried to answer it, because I'm probably still going to get asked the question a lot, but at least now I can go check out this unbelievably good video that I did. As if this one came out good. But anyway, nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy. Smash the like button so more and more people can see this, work that magic in the algorithm, and I will see you for the next video. Peace.